Hey friends, welcome back. We're going to do another story problem that has a number story that has a missing number in it. Okay, are you ready to solve another mystery? Let's do it together. All right, first thing we need to do is we're going to read it carefully and really be thinking about what we're reading. So be thinking about it, think about what's important in the story. Jan has 14 rocks. Fred has some rocks. Together, they have 20 rocks. How many rocks does Fred have? We're going to read it again. Be thinking about what's important. Jan has 14 rocks. Fred has some rocks. Together, they have 20 rocks. How many rocks does Fred have? Okay, now let's go through and see if we can pick out important things. Okay, there's a number there, and we know that since it's a number story, the numbers are going to be important. So Jan has 14 rocks. She has 14 rocks. That's going to be important. So remember that. Fred has some rocks. So it sounds to me like we don't really know how many Fred has. It doesn't tell us, does it? So Fred has some rocks. We don't know how many he has. I bet that is our mystery that we're going to solve. But we'll keep reading and see if we can find out. Together they have 20 rocks. Okay, 20 rocks. That's important, but also this word, together, that tells us that Jan has some rocks and Fred has some rocks, and together they have 20 rocks. That tells us that we put them together. We put Jan's rocks and Fred's rocks together. All right, and our question, it says, how many rocks does Fred have? So I'm thinking that we are going to need to figure out how many Fred has. Remember I said that? We're going to have to figure out what Fred has. I was right. I guessed that, but I was right. As I read on, how many rocks does Fred have? So that is the missing number. So let's start figuring this out by filling in our fact family triangle. The dot goes to the biggest number, remember that? So the biggest number is 20. And another number that we know, 14, because Jan has 14 rocks. This one, it doesn't matter where I put the 14, I just put it over here. We'll fill in the rest of it once we figure out how many rocks that Fred has. Okay. Now, together, remember I said together is an important word? Together is one of those words that tells us what to do. Together tells us that we are going to add two numbers, okay? Because we're putting them together. That means that our answer for all of it, when you add the two together, is 20, because together they have 20 rocks. So I'm going to put 20 here by itself on this side of the equal sign, because the two numbers that we know, and the number that we know and the number that we're going to figure out go here. Because we know that Jan has 14 rocks, so we add 14 plus, and for now, we're going to put a box there because we don't know that number. That's the number we don't know. 14 plus our mystery number equals 20. That's what we're going to figure out. So let's start with our picture. Let's draw a picture. I'm going to draw 20 dots for rocks. Okay? Now, that's a big number, pretty big number for drawing dots. So I'm going to have to double check my picture, okay? Because I want to make sure that I have exactly 20 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna check and make sure I have 10 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now I'm gonna keep going. Counting on from 10 would be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And you notice when I drew my pictures, I put them, I kind of matched them up. That'll be easier to count, make them easier to count later on, okay? All right, so I have my 20 dots. That's my total, how many they have all together. Now I'm going to circle how many Jan has. Jan has 14 rocks. So of these, excuse me, of these 20 rocks, 14 are Jan's. Okay, so we're gonna circle 14 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now, if I just close my circle, that should be 14. I'm gonna double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, that is 14. That means 14 plus the missing number, which is this right here, equals 20. That means this right here should be our missing number. It should be how many Fred has. So I'm gonna circle that. And then I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means that, how many rocks does Fred have? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I meant to put that in green so it would be different. So I'm gonna write over it in green so it looks a little bit different. Okay. Your practice today will be your own mystery, excuse me, mystery to solve. You'll get your own number story and have to figure out what the missing number is. Good job today.